Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend Symbiosis. Yeah, I know there's not been a lot of episodes of this series this week. I apologize, it's just been a real rough one for me in a whole bunch of ways. I'm gonna try to get some out this weekend, hopefully, because I do feel really bad. This series has gotten shortchanged because it's the one that stresses me out. So every day when something comes up and it's like, well crap, I only have an hour left to record, this is the one that tends to get left by the wayside. So, yeah, try to get more episodes out this week. To the game. What do we need to do here? We had to kill Pink, right? We cannot live in a world where everything around us is getting fungal bloomed because the fungal blooms are so incredibly difficult to remove. I really wish that your ability to remove them was based on fortification strength, or just that you could accelerate it in any way at all. Because we could, knowing that nothing affects it, we could, right, have one unit go out to each of these fungal blooms and start burning it down, except that doing so would mean that those units get killed by Pink's armies. So yeah, I wish there was any way at all to affect some kind of counterplay here. Some way to affect the burn down time. I don't know what the best version of that would be. Fortification damage is a mechanic that's already here, it's already sitting here, but I guess anything that allows the player to burn down the Mykaran things faster is going to work even better for the computer, and as we experienced, it feels like the Mykara are a little bit on the weak side to me when piloted by the player already. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Fortunately, fixing that's not my job. My job is fixing a totally different thing in a different game, which I'm totally working on. So we know we're going to go to war with Pink, because we cannot live with them as our neighbor. Hydrology is important for that, but also just like attacking their units and making sure they're as weak as possible when we come for them is also important for that. So let's do that now. And I think we can back off of this. This should be pretty easy. They'll run away, yeah. I believe it should be the case that we can come back to this and yes, our progress will be kept. It remembers how much destruction we did. My guess is that if you leave it alone for a couple of turns, that value heals up. But you can see it there, the fungal bloom withering bar at the bottom. Yeah, you know, maybe the way to do it is to make it fortification damage based and just have them maybe not 160 health, but have them have a higher health than than most regional buildings have. I don't know what the right way is. And then we should probably do the same thing over here, grab these guys to fight with the capital garrison. I know I was coming back over here to check the conversion cost of this village, but we only have 49 influence. We know we don't have it, so we should just rebuild the village normally. That will help. And also, it will get us the point of population from the village right away. And then, probably from there, it's troops, right? We'll continue to try to convert stuff, but we're going to have to be, like, very canal locks focused for a little while. We'll start building a Nameless Guard. As soon as hydrology's finished, we'll get the canal locks in the queue. Yeah, alright, I think this is the way we do this. So we want to grab these guys before they move back across the border, if at all possible. And this guy, it's also valuable to grab him, but that can be kind of secondary. I'd really love to get these dudes before they can move back across the border. Get him. Alright, let's get in some trouble. Let's get Andom the Seer, level up. I think we should be able to win that fight. This fight over here... Sorry, this fight over here... Ah, they moved a bunch of extra units into range. That's actually probably fine. Right, the Ebatanes are pretty weak. The only thing we really have to worry about is their hero. And their hero is, hopefully, mostly killable at range. So we have a lot lower... Yeah, our attack stats are a lot worse than his are. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and they won't try to bring him in as a reinforcement. If they do, we will just figure it out. But we're going to have to fight these battles no matter what, probably. So... something's going to come in here. If it's the hero... Shoot, I should have looked at how much movement he has. I don't want my archer hero to be exposed to the melee attacks of their melee hero. He probably has 2 or 3 move, and if it's 3, it's unsafe for me to keep my guy here, just in case his initiative's higher. Okay, they're not bringing in the defenses. We're good. So please buff up Bazi Safar Bahas first. You have 2 movement? 1 movement. Okay, well. It's more important to kill this guy, but we could prevent a ranged attack here. No, it's more important to kill this guy. Yeah. And then on his turn, he's going to move here or here, because this guy will not be in this space anymore. So we may or may not actually be able to hit him with our melee units. I guess my biggest concern is that there's a lot of versions of this where I don't get to hit the Epitane with a melee unit. I certainly don't want to get a bunch of attacks. All right, fine, we'll just kill him, and then everybody else will attack the one thing they can attack. Trading blows with a Harmonite is not generally the greatest strategy in the world, but we do outnumber him, and we managed to take 0 damage from his initial hit. That helps. I'm not actually sure whether we want to... Yeah, I don't know if we want to buff anybody or if we just would rather shoot, because we're all going to do very poor damage to this guy no matter what. Actually, you know what? A 10% stat buff will get our attack pretty close to his defense value. Okay, maybe that is worth doing. And then you should run around, you should run down to like here. We can share a little bit of morale over the cliff. Okay, never mind. Problem solved. The hero's very good at fighting stuff. Alright, we know roughly where their city is, and we know roughly where their hero army is. I suppose we ought to get back to work here. Don't want to let this thing regenerate any. Okay, this fight's going to be a little bit tougher, but our militia are reasonable units. And on the Seer is fantastic. Oh, interesting. I was half expecting they would run. Okay, we'll use our Rumbler to hold the Harmonite in place for a turn, and then the militia can do it on the turns after that. So these guys are all going to hit the Rumbler. Oof, this is actually looking pretty ugly. So you attack him from that angle. Yeah, like, they're not going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to get to hit us a lot. I don't want this thing moving. Oh, it's faster than me. Wait, wasn't it behind us in the... Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure I just thought it was behind us because it was behind us last time. Alright, well, actually, do your best to get in on their ranged units. We just need 1 militia to hold the Harmonite down. Our Rumbler is going to die here because they're going to focus it until it is dead, and there's nothing we can do about that. But we can trade 1 Rumbler for this whole army, I think, and that's probably going to turn out to be pretty good for us. Okay. All of our units really want to fight the Harmonite. I'm not sure why. Yeah, okay, he absorbed 3 whole turns of ranged fire and made them stand in place. That's pretty good for us. So now they're all lower on morale than they would like to be, and I think we're probably going to be able to kill them here. Still need 1 person attacking the Harmonite. Yeah, if they're not going to run away while fighting, then they're totally doomed. Jeez, good damage to end on, though. A little worrying. Okay. That was a very successful couple of battles there. And in addition to weakening pink, we got a bunch of extra XP for our heroes. So, I guess we're just coming back home. We need to have all of our units sort of on deck here. Ready to fight. I was kind of hoping that the construction of the science building was going to get us down to 1 turn on hydrology. Can we make that happen? 1 turn on hydrology? I want the Delver building and the hydrology finished in the same turn. And I want to roll over as much industry as possible here. And the reason I pulled the archer out of the queue is we're going to roll as much industry as possible into the canal locks. Because those really need to get done. And the moment those are done, we're going to be pouring out units, and combat with pink is on our minds. We really need to secure ourselves actual glass steel income, though, because we're not going to be able to use the trinkets from our faction quest if we don't. So pink has a pretty good idea of our intent at this point. Alright, what would it cost to convert these villages? 110. Well, I think villages in this region are pretty safe. So we should definitely consider that. 4 turns. 4 turns is acceptable. So now we're going to need alchemical alloys and meritocratic promotion. I think we're going to want alchemical alloys second because of how long it's going to take to build up the ability, or build up enough resources to make the upgrades. I don't know, our science output's pretty good overall. Oh, also, we got to grab that. That is probably last. Yeah, probably. Okay. So we probably don't want to move any people over onto influence, actually. We have very important industrying to do. What is the bio cost on this? 1901. So we won't have enough dust at any point in this process to rush any time off of it at all. Well, let's just keep up what we're doing here. This attack is going to come a lot later than I would have liked, in part because of how long it's going to take us to get our canal locks in place. Low industry starts are tough. We've gotten a lot of good value out of our start. I'm not going to complain too loudly about it, but low industry starts can be tough. And mostly what I'm doing here is I'm scouting for, first of all, ruins, but secondly, to see if there's a glass steel deposit here. Alright, minor faction villages are getting destroyed all around us. No big surprise there. This will be Pink shouting at us about the writhing and the goading. It's true, I am goading you. The writhing is your fault, though. Nobody makes you writhe. You writhe on your own. Yep, just keep pressing the button, I suppose. We could get attacked by a superior force from behind, which is why I'm always looking over here. I suppose really I should be doing this from, like, this tile. Give us an easier split in case things get dangerous. That's 3 pearls, but we can see a ruin over there. I think I'd rather have the ruin. Especially since I don't think those pearls are in danger of getting stolen from us. Search those temple ruins with a strong infantry hero to get the Shard of Akariel. I do love the Shard of Akariel. It's not super relevant at this moment. Man, did this volcanic region spawn with no luxury or with no strategics? That probably means it'll have tier 2 strategics in it. But it's a shame. It's so hard to find glass steel around here. Irimda has both. If we can kill these guys off and then convert the village in Irimda wherever it is. The fact that we can't see it pretty much means it has to be up here, right? And we know it'll be a 1-village region because it's a player starting region. Relye also has glass steel, so we can convert those, and those should both be pretty safe from necrophages. Oh, sorry, this should be pretty safe from necrophages due to distance. If the village is up here, this one could totally get killed. Three turns remain. And then we can finally push our faction quest forward. What's up? Religious fervor is what's up. That's pretty fantastic for us. Do love a good fervor. Alright, well the best village to convert would probably be this one because it's next to the fumaroles. You'll have to stand in lava a little bit to do it. But I think it's better than running all the way around because we have places to be. And then the next best one would be this one. Actually, this one's probably a little... This one's better in terms of overall output because it's actually going to exploit 7 tiles, where this is only going to get 5. But 3 of these tiles are 2 food, 1 dust C tiles that don't have production on them. Whereas here we lose 2 tiles, but we gain the fumarole. We probably also get the influence from religious fervor. I'm not certain of that, but I bet it works that way. A little bit of additional vision does in fact show us the enemy army that thinks they can sneak up on us. Can I take him? The Epotanes are pretty weak. He himself has 71 damage. And he's up to 231 health now. He has 71 damage, huh? This army has 4 move, which is not enough movement to get to us if we stand here. Oh, except he has that skill that can let them ignore the movement cost of tiles. So maybe he still could. Well, if he comes for us, and we're able to kill him, we'll be fine. He's the only really dangerous unit in this army. But I'm worried about that. The Rumblers are okay. They're a lot weaker than he is. I'm worried about the free counter, right? He's going to get to hit us for 71 twice per turn. And with 83 base attack, there's a real good chance he's hitting for damage and a half on both of those attacks. Yeah, that's concerning. But we have to burn this. I need to move my faction quest forward. Well, let's see what he does. I guess if he makes these 2 moves here, I don't know, man. I don't know what the right move is in that situation. Eclipse again already, huh? See what he does. Maybe he'll just back off. Maybe he doesn't want to fight me. No, he seems to want to fight me. He doesn't have the movement to get to me this way. I really like that that movement trail thing. Okay, so it's going to be eclipse time in a second here. We have an eclipse rune right there. And then the 2 in our territory as well. Probably that's what we should do, is just go after those. I'm just going to sell this guy off. When do we get another Kazanji? 2 turns? Okay. It was pointed out to me that the Kazanji can fly. We could have a Kazanji just grab this ruin during eclipse time, and fortunately one's going to spawn just in time to do that. That's definitely an error that I made last time, selling off the Kazanji instead of grabbing the ruin with him. So, let's just go ahead and convert them where you take a little bit of lava damage, and then step back out of the lava and continue heading home. Is this dredge... Does this guy come with us? Or should we sell him? No, he should come with us. We're about to be fighting. We need hands. Ah, that sucks. It sucks that he is... Yeah, it sucks that this tile has a movement penalty on it. Okay, we'll reunite next turn. I want to reduce our number of armies here, but we have a lot of money. We have our canal system available now as well. This is a fair amount of industry, but we probably have to just get on building units, right? Look at how good we are building units now. Okay, so let's get some of those guys. If Dune wants to fight, he just gets to. Like, there's no place I can stand where I finish the job. And also, he can't fight us. Yeah. It kind of looks like he's going for that village instead, which would actually be probably pretty good, right? Because there's no way he can attack the village without including the city garrison. We're going to have the 1 archer plus the 4 militia plus is... Andom is at full health now. Yeah, so that'll be good for us. And if we could get him to burn an army doing that, that would be fantastic. Alright, let's see what it is. I mean, we got to finish this, right? If he attacks us, there's a chance we just retreat. That would not be the end of the world. Search. Okay, we did it. We've got a hold of the Order of Asivir, which we cannot build. I'm going to just step away. We'll grab this thing here. That's a movement conflux. We'll definitely move in that direction. Okay, he just backed off entirely. Well, that was nice of him. Oh, we do have gold. We should pop the gold. We have gold income. I totally forgot about that. Alright, make sure there are no armies roaming in Anshan for 5 turns to get 25 glass steel. What a good reward at this moment. 25 glass steel is such a good reward. Oh, I should have grabbed the movement conflux first. Whatever, we'll end our turn on it. Or rather, I will have a little bit of movement left. Yeah, we'll just merge up right here. We actually are going to have enough influence to grab another one of these villages, I think. Oh, you know what? Doing it this way means the army doesn't have the movement conflux because the army is as slow as the slowest unit in it. It still might be worthwhile to keep them together just because, man oh man, do I hate paying that additional army upkeep. Okay, so they have Gorgons now. That's a shame. They constructed their cavalry just as we're about to start really getting our archery line on top, or on the field. So we'd have to hang out for a couple of turns. It's going to be... I don't get to see how much. But it's going to be a little bit, right, to hire another village on. Probably like 140-ish, if I had to guess. So it's going to be a minute before we're ready for that. Maybe, actually... Maybe I do want to split these units up, but it would have to be the Preacher who stays behind, and the Preacher is one of the ones who has the movement conflux. So you know what? It's probably the case that we do split up. I'll have the Dredge, who doesn't have the movement conflux, get back out of the army and just run to get ruins. Much as I hate paying that extra cost. And we should convert this village. This is a better village than this one is. This one only gets 4 tiles, which is a real shame. Okay. It's true, I did not gift them their 8 die. Hold on to the emeralds. I suspect we're going to get in some trouble. So, those emeralds may be useful. So once we have our 4 archers, I'm not really sure what the plan is exactly. It's probably just the very simple, we march to his city and attack it. It lacks a certain grace, but I don't know that there's a reason to get real fancy on this. Hey guys, what's up? So you need to run through and grab up all these ruins, and also those pearls. That's a lovely 6 pearls there. Oh, right, the Legend of the Three is blocking this. Oh, whatever. We'll get both of these next turn with the movement buff. And you guys are just going to hang out over here, I think. May as well grab those pearls. Alright, so now we can afford an altar. And I would like to weave an altar into our build order here. Just, you know, it's extra tiles. The altar is actually a district that I don't mind too much if it doesn't level up. Yeah, it's just a little bit of food and influence. Normal districts are a little bit more powerful. I wonder if it's right to build the altar here, because we know we have to build a district here, or here, but this is strictly worse. We know we have to build a district here. Well, this district has to level up, right? That's why it has to be here. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Wherever we build this, it's going to be in a position where it ends up needing to level. So 173 versus 163. I guess let's build down this way first, then. Yeah. And maybe even make that top priority. Just more resources is always good. We're going to grab the 2 archers that are finished on this coming turn. Actually, I'm going to attack these guys. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Hey, you're not allowed to be here. And we get some XP even on a retreat. This is just good XP building for my guys. I'm not sure how XP on retreats works, if reinforcing units get it or not. So I could definitely see an argument for it being only the main army that should get it. I think I'm not going to call reinforcements here. Oh, it doesn't much matter because he's extremely low on health. We'll just auto it. Yep, he is dead. That way these guys still have their action point in case when I move north in a moment here, I discover something that encourages me to pull out the archers for an attack. Okay, no, there's nothing interesting going on over here. So, like I said, let's pull those archers and get them out here and merge up. And actually, probably what we want to do here is have the dredge join and kick the preacher out, because the preacher is a pretty bad unit. The dredge is also a pretty bad unit, but not nearly as bad. So next turn, we probably have the resources to convert that village. So yeah, kick the preacher out, hold in the 2 archers in the dredge. They move fast enough to join up, and then we're just... Oh, I guess we're going to have to step back inside our territory for a second, because I need to adjust our design now that we have access to the strategic weapons. It would be really good if we did this. And also this, but let's see how feasible that actually is. Because that's a 2-handed weapon, so that's pretty expensive in terms of strategics. It'll be 41 dust and 6. Oh, that's right. This will only be 6 and 6 because we can only retrofit one of these rumblers. These 2 are from the villages. And Bazaar Safi Bahas is going to have to get some new gear as well. Yeah, all stuff we can worry about next turn. Right now, we're good. Oh, we're about to hit our empire plan. Do I want to convert a village right now? I mean, yes, the answer is yes. Can I afford to convert a village is the actual question. So we need to get over here. We're definitely doing this retrofit. You are getting out of the army. You guys are getting in. You guys are getting in. Or... So if we're going to kick somebody out, who is it? 77, 67... I think it's these rumblers are the worst units in the army right now. So, like, you get in the garrison. We have a nameless guard who can take your position. Do the retrofits. Upgrade Bazi Safar Bahas's gear. Oh, except that we only have 3 titanium left. Well, this is probably what we have to use it for. So the cost of conversion at this moment is 132. What does our ideal empire plan look like? That's not the button. It's right next to the button. This would only cost 40. We can get back to 40. What I would really like is to do this too, but I think getting back to 80 is maybe a little unlikely. If we move everybody over for 1 turn... Okay, we can in fact make it back to 80. Sure. Sure, let's do this then. And then, like I said, we may be in a position here where we actually do need all these units. So I guess everybody get in the army. Do this move up. I would love to not fight that minor faction. Okay, so we're getting lots of population for our city here. We're at a functional population of 14 here on turn 39. That's pretty good. Out of curiosity, what does the next borough look like? A lot. Okay. We are currently drawing still just 1.4 titanium per turn. If we got this village reconverted, it would give us another 0.2, but our resource output is just bad. So basically what I'm wondering is, do we want to... Well, we have to update some of his gear. Like, we definitely, at the very least, want to take him to tier 2 on all the iron stuff. 27-18 versus... Yeah, it's pretty important. We just don't... We don't have any resources left for anybody else right now. And we definitely can't order a Vasivir. That's going to be a tricky problem to solve. Because we can throw you into the village, or into the city for a turn. That'll boost our dust output. Okay, let's get on the march. We gotta go see if we have an opportunity here. And if we do get him, we're gonna get a bunch of stockpiles, hopefully. We don't actually know what the population of his city is, so we don't know how good this will be. But if we can pull it off, first of all, there will be no counterattack, right? It's just like attacking a cult city. They just die. Get this. I would love to have gotten this, but like a second tier at this moment is a little expensive. We get another level up for Andom, who's doing just some really great, beautiful work. We're going to be able to get winter immunity quite early this game. Well, we should certainly pop the troops out of this city and go after that guy. I'm going to leave the... Do I want to leave somebody in the city garrison? The way that Last Stand works for heroes in cities is that the hero cannot... The hero doesn't get Last Stand. They do not survive the battle even though they were defeated, unless there are non-militia units from their garrison remaining. So if we pop all the units out to attack this army, it lets us start with more stuff on the field, but it also makes it more likely that Andom gets killed. I guess it's not really a threat against a half-health Harmonite. Yeah, let's just engage here. Oh, we're close enough to get the other army, too, and we definitely would use them as reinforcements because there's no, there's nothing else they're going to get to do with their action point this turn. Okay. So, this guy is our main target. My archers understand. Okay, we're going to have a couple of turns here of just, like, awkward positioning. We get the first shot, though. And now this guy does not have a titanium bow. He's using stock iron weaponry, in case you were wondering why his attack is so bad. Even so, it's not so bad. I think it has a lot of defense because it's standing in the woods, but our stats are okay. Oof. Well, I don't think it's a real problem, but that sucked. Let's have the Rumbler fall back. Make sure we have militia attacking... Yeah, okay. This guy will probably be dead. You actually just back off. Yeah, I gotta not let my real units get hit by the Harmonite when we can let the militia do all the work. Although I guess at this point we're, he doesn't get his attack, right? So it won't matter so much. The militia are going to steal his attack. Yeah, Harmonite are tough, though. So Pink has just thrown away some units. Not a huge amount, but they're going to feel that. We're not that far from another level up already, too. We probably just follow up here, right? I guess there's no sense in having anybody wait behind. That's a very annoying position for you to have taken up. And I gotta remember to do this. So I think he can just search the ruin from here, I believe. Yeah, flight's good. Flight's a big deal. Got ourselves an extra 50 dust, and then... I mean, we could just explore a little bit more. I'm a little leery of having this army be outside the city for too long on account of, you know, the extreme premium we're paying. Okay, so we're going to have to edit one of our designs back down. I want to keep them all in the same chain of designs rather than creating a design that's just the guys who are all equipped with basics, I think, because I want to be able to retrofit them up into the actual good designs. Now, maybe that's foolish. Maybe I should just create a basic archer design or something. Yeah, let's just do that. So we'll just make ourselves some basic archers, because you know what? Once we have our industry stockpiles, we're going to want to pump out units really fast, and we will not have the resources for them to be equipped with anything other than basically this stuff. I think we want to keep our shields, because we're dealing with incoming... Ranged units and cavalry. There we go. That's a good cheap archer design. We move people back over to industry now. Get ourselves some of these reasonably powerful archers. Okay. Well, we will have sight of the enemy city probably this turn, have to imagine. We are going to need the influence necessary to declare war on them. I guess I got to figure out what that is. It will be... Oh, just 40. We're good. Okay. Reach level 2 with your city center. It's an ongoing project. So our next district probably does have to be around the city center. We have to start getting this clump going. I want to reach out to the exotics, but it's too many districts out of the way. We'll get there afterward. Ooh. They're building the industrial megapole. Unfortunately, there's no way to know how close they are to completing it. I sort of want to let them finish it and then attack them. Maybe we'll get lucky and it will get marked complete next turn. All right, let's put a real archer in the queue. And I think we have to, like, every unit we have has to be running toward the front. At least, well, the units that could get there, at least. If you grab some pearls, reveal some more stuff. I mean, if the eclipse lasts one more turn, we could get down here. Well, this is an opportunity to meet blue. With this architecture... Oh, no, this is just a burned village. They haven't... It's not a tile that they actually own, so we do not see their architecture. So we have our stockpile tech right as we are in position to do the thing. The question is, do we declare on them now and just attack? No, we can't just attack. We're not going to get through 150 fortification on 6 units plus a governor. And any time we spend waiting is time that their units are coming up behind us. It's a delicate balance to strike with a force this small. Up with my Rumbler Village. New Ursus next turn. This one is that same turn. You guys are several turns away from being in reinforcement range. If I put this Nameless Guard above... Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get them finished first. They're going to be more important. We'll run the two of them up together, I guess. I don't know, like, I probably want to get that archer out and have it start running this turn. I'm just thinking about the extreme cost of doing so in terms of dust. Alright, so we're not that far from Era 3. What do we want to do? I probably want to pick up Management Sciences. +1 industry on exploitation is pretty good for us. We also kind of want Glory of Empire. Glory of Empire would be pretty alright. We don't need Central Market for the approval, but it is 10% food and dust. Pick up We Are Legion, which gives 40 XP to every free unit that appears in a village. How this works? It's not great. We could gain another assimilation slot and assimilate our Delvers, because we actually have quite a few Delver villages available. That would help to deal with our money issues. Honestly, that's maybe a good idea, because we could really use more money. And this is the only option for getting that right now. We are definitely going to need access to the resource market as well, so maybe these are the two techs we want to move up. We're gonna want to be able to make deals with other players at some point, but right now our closest neighbors are a guy we're killing and the necrophages. So this is not a high priority. And I'm way more concerned with this than I am with Glory of Empire. Okay. I like that. Do I like it in that order? Yeah, we're gonna need that Delver assimilation, like, soon. Okay. Waiting is probably just extremely greedy. I should not wait. I should take the city now. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm like, oh yeah, we'll let them build that and then we'll get it. I'm the cult. I don't get stuff that other people have built. We burn it. We burn it now. So at the very, very least, we do this. We are definitely at least putting the city under siege. You can only siege a city from within the city's region, which is why we weren't allowed to do it from there. If we attack here, I get all my units against their, I'm assuming, 7 units, because they almost certainly have a hero, right? With 150 points of fortification each. If we wait, bring down their fortification, we're more likely to have to deal with their hero army. Which I would love to not do if we just get them now. But we know this tile's in reinforcement range, so every turn we wait, we're also feeding 1 additional unit. You know, they're going to keep rolling over the conveyor here. We're feeding 1 additional unit into the space. And next turn, we can put this army adjacent to the city as well. So we're getting a little bit more fortification damage. If we'd had the time and money to, like, implant a spy and then wait so we could blow their fortifications off before attacking, that would have been really nice. It's just not something you can always do. I'm going to wait at least 1 turn, I think. So I don't think we win this battle, probably. Then again, the stuff in their garrison is probably just Epitanes. 150 fortifications a lot, though. Some of our units hit pretty hard. Most of our units hit pretty hard. Yeah, now I'm wavering. Let's go for it. So they have 3 militia with low damage but reasonable stats. They have some upgraded Harmonites, which are a little concerning. The Gorgon's not too tough, but remember it has 150 bonus HP, and they don't have a hero. If we win this battle, we just knock them out of the game entirely, and we get 5 industry stockpiles and 5 science stockpiles. It would be pretty great. So we got to make sure that we do not get our archers attacked too much. I'm inclined to do something a little bit more aggressive with our positioning here. Remember, the units on the reinforcement panels will be in at the beginning of the turns. Like, this guy is getting maximum morale in this position, which I like a lot. We have to make sure that we are controlling... See, we're not going to be able to control the Harmonite here. That's a problem. Because they have enough melee units that are fast enough that my melee units aren't actually going to get to choose who to attack. So in that sense, it's pretty dangerous for us to stand like this, because the Harmonites are going to get really strong beam attacks. Maybe we have to do this a little bit differently. I really like all the morale, though. We'll just move around. We get to do some movement. But I love this thing, where this guy gets to start with 161 attack. So, the highest priority units are the Gorgon and the 2 Harmonites. If we take out the Gorgon, we get to control the entire beginning half of the battle. They started the Gorgon here. Nope. Their units all look the same. Gorgon's all the way back there. In a place where we can't really attack it. Okay, so we'll start on the Harmonites. Yep, those are all 3. I guess you're going to have to move to here. I mean, it's a good thing for us to thin out a little bit. The Gorgon will move probably to here to attack the hero. And then you will move to here and attack the Gorgon. And then the units, the melee units that are moving before the Harmonite should try to attack the Harmonite. We don't have any guarantee that we'll be able to do that. Actually, you should attack here, and you should attack there. Because their militia are going to eat some of our attacks, and it's hard to know. And then you should be focused here. You should be focused there. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, that's a pretty good start. I hate that they left him with 6 health. So we'll be able to kill him. Oh! Interesting. Okay, so a stun on the guy who's basically dead. That's not really where I would have liked that to land. Okay, the good news is this Harmonite can't actually attack anybody this turn. Nope, never mind. We totally did move forward enough. Alright, so that guy's dead. All of the archers need to attack you. Hey, guy. Attack him. There we go. Unfortunately, none of our melee troops get to act that early. You should buff just one of the rumblers, I guess? And remember that this is a rare opportunity where it doesn't much matter how our army performs, like, in terms of being ready for the next fight. There will not be another fight after this if we win. It's almost always the case that you have to be thinking about, and it has to not just be wins, they have to be fast wins. But here it's not a big deal. So we know for a fact this guy's not going to get to attack, because our dwarf, or our dredge, gets to attack him first. Maybe we'll get super lucky and get another stun. We have a lot of units that have the stun capacity, but unfortunately a lot of them are too slow to make use of it here. Alright, let's do as much damage to this Gorgon as we can. So yeah, 3 attacks worth of fortification. Now we get actual damage on him. He makes a move that I truly don't understand, but I'm totally cool with. Oh, I got stunned by the Harmonite attack. I didn't even notice. I was looking at his stun, thinking, oh, we did such a good job here. Ooh, that hurts. Please kill it. Please kill it. No! Well, that's fine. Bozzy's got it. Okay, so this thing's not stunned anymore. Got to attack it with that. The archers need to have at this dude, and it would be best if they had at him in a position where he can't counterattack. There's a militia all up in my business, and I can't really do anything about that. You need to... Who is next most important? I guess you need to, yeah, just, you really can't afford to move from the position you're in now. So that's fine, because we know this tile's going to be used. Okay, Gorgon down. Okay, we stunned him again, that's cool. Alright, we are winning. I know it doesn't look awesome, but we are winning. So who is the next most important? Yeah, it's still really important to get rid of the Harmonites. These stupid Harmonites with their 2 movement. Way harder to control. I like it's everybody get on it important to deal with the Harmonite. That one's still stunned for the turn. Hey, did I not? Could have sworn I told you to attack that important unit. Well, it looks like we may get it without you. Yeah, okay. And our brave rumblers have sacrificed all and done very, very well, making sure that we are relatively safe. So, anybody within 2 spaces of the Harmonite has to be wary. I think the play here might be just back off. We can just make the Harmonite not really able to attack the archers while we focus on burning down everybody else. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, yep, he's dead, so the Harmonite can't attack him. Alright, I think we've got a very easy win on our hands here. It's more important that we finish off the Harmonite than anything else. If something were going to live here, it should be a Militia. We might be lucky enough to finish them all off, though. Alright, hey, big win for us. So Pink has been eliminated from the game. All of these things are going to, apparently, slowly unfungus. Well, good enough. Works for me. And now we have a military that is, in theory, capable of defending us from... Oh! Incapable of defending us from early aggression and maybe capable of getting over to this guy and seeing what he wants. He wants 30 Quicksilver. Okay. I can maybe do that. What are your combat stats? Like, are you fightable at all? Maybe, actually. But the Urkan Lice have no defense. Probably we're looking at like 1 or 2 archer shots each. Yeah, hey, maybe we could do that. So we got ourselves some stockpiles. I think, we get access to the first stockpile tech in a couple of turns. Like 8 turns. I think that it maybe is worth popping some of these now. As much as I would like to save them and try to get a little bit more bang out of them, getting ourselves up into Era 3 quickly probably matters more. Let's use one of these, and we're going to start looking at actually leveling up our city center, which is going to take some doing. Up that. We don't know how much longer it's going to be winter, or how much longer it's going to be summer. Right, summer could end at any moment. But the canal system is a fair amount of extra industry. Yeah, this is worth getting. We're going to have to build a pretty awkward-looking city that presses up against the border of the district a lot here to get our city center up to level 3, but we can get it up to level 2 very quickly. Okay, so something else needs to happen. We gotta change this up. Somebody else finished the megapole anyway. Oh yes, I didn't press the button. Alright, so we got rid of the Mykara. Okay, no, it did unfungus all of the stuff immediately. Yeah, alright, let's fall back, merge up with these guys. And I actually want the good Nameless Guard out here. Look, let's just back you up and throw you back in the garrison for the moment. You are the ones we want to merge together. Actually, I guess that was wrong, because I don't want that preacher in that army that much. Okay, we're gonna have to build some more melee units. That's gonna have to happen. Let's pop another of each of the stockpiles. Turns out we cannot get this Borough Street done in one turn no matter what. Yeah, we're not accelerating ourselves that much with these stockpiles. They're each only 100 points of resources, but it's a noticeable amount, and we are not planning to stop fighting here. This is just, we're trying to push ourselves into the place where our stuff is going to be better. And then we probably are going to have to fight red at some point. But we may end up fighting purple first if it looks more convenient. We're gonna try to be like really aggressive. The Daemon here is a pretty powerful unit. Do I really think it can kill 2 guys with ranged attacks? You know what? They have 86 health. Maybe. But if I decide not to fight them, I get this ruin guaranteed. Let's just get the ruin. Right, like what is the benefit of actually fighting those dudes? Okay, so 10 adamantine. You know, that gives us enough adamantine and palladium to get the buildings on this tech without having to worry about it, to get the National Museum without having to worry about actually figuring out a source of the stuff. So we have, I mean, I have some real bad melee units that we could throw in there for the moment. Yeah, we'll figure that out next turn. This guy's probably just getting sold. He is too far away to be helpful. What was the village that we left behind here? A Silix village. Oh, right. Of course, it had to be, because they have Harmonite. Oh, no, that's not true. They can assimilate people that they fungalize? That they infunganate. Alright, let's see if we get one more turn of Eclipse. It would be really nice if we did, and then I want to meet Blue. Ah, that's a shame. We haven't actually searched this ruin yet, though. It's still new stuff for us. Oh, if the Eclipse had been one more turn, we would have gotten 2 more Eclipse searches. That's a shame. Be at war in the next 10 turns? That's a tall order. I was just at war. I swear, I never get any peace here. Alright, yeah, let's go forth and meet Blue. How are we going to do this? I think I want one of these units in... I think I want this bad Rumbler in this army. So maybe we do in fact send the basic archer home. I know, it's been a lot of mixed messages. Teacher steps out. You just get back in the garrison. And, you know, a full garrison is useful. It's more HP, or more XP per turn for Andom. Influence on anomalies has returned to normal, but not before it allowed us to do some very good stuff. We got some good value out of that. The Ardent Mages were the first ones to get good primary trade routes going, which means that we do not expect that there is a Roving Clans player in the game. What are you guys going to do? I have no idea. I'm actually not certain what our path forward from this moment is. Well... let's go ahead and pop... Do I want to pop more stockpiles? Yeah, I definitely want to push. We're going to overflow some Burrow Street stuff into our next Burrow Street, which I think we can make, right? Because we only actually have 2 natural burrows. Yeah, so we'll be able to make our next burrow. Let's roll some stuff over into that. If we want to produce additional... people in villages, this would be the time to do it. So I guess this is what... This preacher is headed down here. He's going to get the Ursus. Get our other point of building cost reduction. This preacher is just going to get out of this army. These guys, for right now, can, I guess, join the city garrison. If I don't know what to do with them, they can be producing XP for Andom. You can turn around and go convert this other Delver village, so that when we assimilate the Delvers, we will have... more points. And then there's other Delver villages over here, right? Yeah, so actually, if we were able to convert this one too, we would have 6 Delver villages, which means 30% extra dust. That's definitely worth putting some effort into. It's a little dangerous with them being adjacent to Blue, like this village might get wrecked by Blue. Alright, let's see if these guys want to give us a nice easy quest with big rewards, and then try to meet Blue. Sign a peace treaty within the next 10 turns. Okay, well, if we go to war and immediately go back to, and also immediately convert somebody to peace, we're going to be in good shape here. So that is a Broken Lord player. So we got Broken Lords and Ardent Mages pressed right up against each other over here. We got Necrophages to the northwest, but for the moment, an awful lot of free space around our city, which I like quite a bit. And we don't have any knowledge of who Green is. Is Green... Green does not show up in any of the deeds or anything. It's Purple, who got Baron of Industry. Maybe it's a good idea for us to try to take Purple down before they become a real threat. Broken Lords like to fight, though. Broken Lords might help us. Maybe we could team up. Yeah, diplomatic options are, like, actually potentially relevant now. Now that we have some neighbors that that we can talk to. Sorry, not neighbors. Now that we have some people who are not our neighbors and whom we can talk to. So you're about to move next turn. I can't run over and fight you. What do we do with the army? What's the army's job right now? Also, we're definitely building this burrow here, because that gets our thing leveled up. We get 3 turns left on Imperial coinage. Like, I think we just keep pushing the stockpiles. So what comes after Imperial coinage? Or what comes after we get this burrow? So we'll have 3 real burrows out then? Yeah, just these 3 are actual burrows. I think we can build 1 more burrow, so that's what comes next. What comes next is us trying to level up the burrows near the capital so that we can get the capital to level 3. Or maybe that's not immediately the concern. So we want to convert this, we want to convert that. We probably want to move some people over onto influence, actually. Yeah, we need to run influence for a little while. God, I cannot wait until we get our national museums. So, we could go around and explore... I guess there are a couple of ruins we didn't search because of the Mykara. We go check that out. We already know where our next 2 village conversions are, and unfortunately those are going to be pretty expensive, so we can't consider converting anything out in the wild, really. What is my... Oh, right, the faction quest right now is level up the city center. Well, we've got that, and we're going to get Moonleaf for it, which is cool. Alright, let us build an even larger server cluster with even better cooling systems to honor our great queen. Got ourselves that Moonleaf, and now we must convert all the Hernas in Geneldas and see that the region's city is destroyed. Where is a Geneldas? We do not know this. You know what? Blue's not sending any units out after us. I'm going to go search this ruin. May as well, right? I'm not going to steal the pearls that are in Blue's territory. But we can get some dust out of that ruin right quick. And then we can run! Back to safety. Hey. Hi. What you doing? Okay, purple's becoming a little bit of an issue. When we see... Are any of the villages that we see in purple territory Hernas? No, we don't see any Hernas there. Eyeless ones. Not a lot of villages, actually, on the edge that we can see. Okay, so our goal right now is just to reveal area names. We need to find Geneldas. I should probably pin that so I don't forget that that's what we're doing. I should also probably pop our Moonleaf, because otherwise I will forget. And as much as I want to get that assimilation going, we probably ought to convert the villages first, right? So actually, this one's the most important one. Because we already have these guys converted, or assimilated. And then I guess you can go get that. That can be your next turn. We have some more exploration to do down here. Yeah, maybe your job, rather than fleeing, is to go search this area. We gotta figure out where these Hernas are, where Geneldas is. And this is gonna be 176, which means you need to stand here for 2 turns. Over here, we do have 1 more burrow we can build, so let's do that. So we're gonna have to burrow, or we're gonna have to level up all of the districts around the capital. That means that we're going to have to build here and here. This is a literal 0 output gain build, which sucks. But we don't have to do these right away. We could build this one first, because we have to level these 2 up, right? That's actually not any better than building this. And building this gives us a level up on a normal district right away, while building this gives us a level up on... no, this is already level 2. Never mind. Yeah, actually, I think it's this next. As silly as that seems. Or really, we could build it here. Okay, this is the next one. That's the good value, because we got to get this leveled up. Here, here, and here. We'll level our city center to level 3. And I think I am just going to get that done before worrying about spreading out too much more. Because we're going to be leveling up a lot of districts in the process, and leveling up districts is a really good way to get influence. Especially at this point in the game. Alright, let's do like 1 or 2 more turns. Let's do 1 more turn. We'll get into Era 3, we'll see all the new resources reveal themselves. Oh, I didn't pop stockpiles there. Well, now that we're at a place where we can research the stockpile tech, we won't lose either of these stockpiles when we research it, and they'll just gain a bunch of value. Maybe we just do this first? No, honestly, I don't want to make that a priority. Oh, my village got attacked. Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. Now, that was the least important of our villages because it's neither of the tribes we intend to have assimilated, but still, that's annoying. I want that point of population. Okay, well, this is Karamar. Also, it is their capital, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's not the right region. Found nothing. I feel like we've been finding nothing in ruins a lot. So we know it's not this region, but it totally could be this one. Let's see if we can find out. I can't see anything. Yeah, you're going to get those pearls. We could have done that with a unit before selling it, but whatever. You are staying put, or you could even do this from this side. No, actually, I think I want him to explore south more than that, so he'll do it from here. Yeah, I'm just going to pop our last stockpiles. We have a lot of distance to go here, and that means that we're not incentivized to get unskilled labor right away, which is fine, because there's a lot of things I would rather get quickly, like public works. Alright, so we'll get a little bit of extra work done here. I guess let's do 1 more turn, because that'll let me... Well, it's actually going to be a couple of turns before I can do the assimilate, because after I convert them, I won't have the influence to actually put them in the slot yet. And I think I want the assimilate more than I think I want the conversion more than I want the assimilate because of the extra point of population. I think. Obviously, we're doing them both. It's just a matter of the ordering. Oh, also we have access to the luxury market. I should not ignore this. Because we can afford to get some pretty cool stuff going here. So, like, Dust Orchid. We just buy ourselves 17 Dust Orchid. Yeah, I think maybe we should do that. Or we could build another... We get another combat hero, I guess? No, I think I want resources. Dustwater's quite cheap. Our city... How much dust are we actually producing? So we're making 78. That's the number that would be increased by 50%, and then the losses come out. So we'd be making an extra 39 dust per turn for 10 turns, and it's considerably less than 390 gold to get that boost going. That's just free stuff. And then, hey, wait, did we actually gained more than I thought we were going to, didn't we? Yeah, weird. Okay, whatever. I'm cool with it. Oh, no, because... Right, because I didn't do the math on the fact that we're getting an extra 30% value that's not included in the city number. I think. The value on the city is not yet hit the Empire multipliers. Okay, well that was really worth it then. And then we'll just also get some Dust Orchid? Titan Bones are pretty good too. I think that... Oh, spices. What about food, though? Remember when we were just getting all kinds of free food? Oh, also, we have some spice income already, so we don't have to buy very many spices. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna be able to run a lot of good boosters here. We have some luxuries that we could sell off, like 10 blood crystals, not very valuable to us, unless we were gonna buy more blood crystal, which I suppose we could do. 25% attack on units is fine, not amazing. There's only 3 Quicksilver on the market, so we can't buy enough Quicksilver to appease the Urkan. At least until he changes his desires. At some point he'll ask for something else, right? We're not actually bringing in emeralds, but we're close enough to the amount that we need that we could buy them and we could buy extras and use them if we ever get attacked by another player, which I think we want to hold on to the opportunity to do. No dyes available. So we could just sell off all of our dye. Make a little bit of extra money that we could use to then buy Dust Orchid. So enough Dust Orchid is going to be quite a lot more than we have now. Oh, also there's stockpiles available. Obviously, we do not want to buy these prior to getting our stockpile tech, but none of the other AI have bought them yet, so that's a thing we want to be able to do. We could sell off some of this stuff right now. So we only need a little bit at the moment. We're gonna get some in from our villages and stuff once we have the extractors to do so. But I just really want to get this Dust Orchid booster running. Okay, so we need another 30 dust. I can make another 30 dust. I want to keep this coming in. Apparently we had some rounding issues and we ended up with an extra spice. Well, we don't need the extra 4 Moonleaf, except that I would like to buy Moonleaf later. Like, we want to keep the Moonleaf booster rolling. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Another 20% everything sounds pretty okay. Alright. So you're not going anywhere. I guess we will just end things here. So we do not yet know the location of Genelda. Actually, we almost certainly do. It's probably this. Okay, good news. The necrophages are next on the plate, which makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. It would be helpful to us to figure out where green is what I was about to say. But yeah, green being that far away from us means that if we kill red, this whole area is probably going to be pretty easy to maintain conversion on. This part's going to be a little trickier. We're probably going to have to actually post some troops in Khitan to maintain the villages against anything other than an actual military push. But we can do that. We can get enough troops to make that a reasonable play. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, hopefully tomorrow, no promises, but I'm going to try, to see how quickly we can ready the war machine for these necrophages. And we'll see you then.